Hello everyone, welcome back to GameSpot's Best of 2017 Countdown. We are here today about to announce our number 5 game of the year. I'm Mike Mahardy here with Peter Brown.
Hello again.
Jean-Luc Seipke.
Hello.
And Ben Janka.
Hello.
And we have already announced 5 games. I'll go through them really quick. Nier Automata was number 10, What Remains of Edith Finch was 9, Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice was 8, Wolfenstein 2: The New Colossus, 7, and Horizon Zero Dawn was number 6, which pissed off absolutely nobody. But without further ado, let's jump into a montage which Dave Jewett over in the UK team cut for our number 5 game of 2017.
I'm afraid I always perform my part solo. Do stay and watch, though, because I'm just about to create a scene.
I must even hide my true face beneath an ever-shifting mask for fear you savages will attack me.
If I don't stop her, I don't know who will.
I used to be a slave, kept under the thumb of the master.
I was destined to become the next emperor.
I'd come here to kill Godwoken. But instead, I became part of their story.
Divinity: Original Sin 2 from Larian Studios is GameSpot's 2017 number 5 game of the year. That is one of the PC games that came out this latter half of the year that none of us could stop talking about. One of our 3 10 out of 10s.
Yes.
We had a freelancer do that review, and then we all vetted the review, of course. But
Yeah, I mean, you might be wondering why a 10 is number 5.
yeah,
Well, these are the collective, lists and opinions of the entire GameSpot team.
yeah. So if you're doing the math, there's 2 other 10 out of 10s this year. Maybe they're in the top 5.
Maybe they're
but,
nowhere to be seen at all.
But if you're doing the math, again, there's probably other ones that aren't 10s that are in the top 5. But yeah, anyway, Jean-Luc Seipke and Ben Janka, you both like this game a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
We're gonna, in a little bit, if you're watching this live, we're gonna be doing a live stream, just playing through a co-op campaign save that you have in single player. But what is it about Divinity: Original Sin 2 that kind of harkens back to the glory days of computer RPGs, Jean-Luc?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people have been proclaiming this as the successor to Baldur's Gate, which is weird because I think there's been 20 successors to Baldur's Gate over the last 10 years. But I think this game pushes that forward by, it's going to sound weird, but accessible. I think this game is actually pretty accessible compared to most computer RPGs, especially the more hardcore ones like Wasteland 2 that have kind of come out and are trying to appeal to those people. I feel like this is a really good way to get in, and a lot of it is just the fact that the game is a lot more about experimentation in the way you can kind of interact with its systems and its world. This has kind of been a weird year for immersive sims in terms of letting the player use their imagination and interact, and I feel like this game really just lets you kind of do whatever. You can try weird stuff and it just works.
Yeah, you were saying this is the closest that you remember a game getting to the freedom of imagination that Dungeons and Dragons has.
Totally, yeah. All these games try and be Dungeons and Dragons. They use the D&D type systems, dice rolls, initiative. But this is a game that that feels like it actually has that limitless potential.
Yeah.
That a Dungeons and Dragons has. Obviously you will hit a barrier at a certain point, but just there are so many variety of ways you can solve a quest or just kind of go do what you want. And I think a lot of that also is because you can play the whole game co-op, and then a lot of it becomes your personal story with the people you're playing with. Me and Ben, we've been playing a co-op game, and I'd say we like most of the stories we talk about aren't even related to the dialogue, which is very good, and I think the narrative is great. But like a lot of it's just like our own personal stories about how we interacted with that story.
Yeah, Ben, you always talk about like some of these crazy stories you've had in the game. We will get more into the writing that Larian has done on their part. But as far as how the characters interact in this game and how all the, like the lack of boundaries that Jean-Luc was talking about, how does it contribute to the stories that you take from it after playing for however many hours you played?
So I really like the amount of freedom that they give you in terms of like actually role-playing the character that you want to role-play. They have a really good tagging system that can change and evolve through your actual playthrough. So if you play someone who is more of a villain or a hero, it will actually unlock the ability to have that as a dialogue tree.
Yeah.
And there are consequences to everything that you do and everything that you kind of use those on.
Yeah.
I also like how even like, was it right at the beginning of the game, it's one of the first stories that Jean-Luc and I had, we come across the first person you can recruit to your party, the Red Prince. And Jean-Luc is sitting there talking to him. There he is on the screen. We were talking to him, and Jean-Luc had almost recruited him to our party, and I had taught my character to use telepathy, and I was really excited and throwing boxes everywhere. And I picked up a seashell, and I accidentally dragged it to him, and I actually hit him in the face with it. They got very upset.
You're like the impatient child that is just hovering in the background while their parents are talking.
That's a theme through our playthrough, which may be good or bad depending on how you look at it, but Jean-Luc's put up with it, which is great. But he got upset and said he was going to kill us, so we had to kill him. Mm-hmm. And we had a moment where we paused the game and we were like, guys, do we want to like actually murder this man, or do we want to go back and try to actually recruit him? And it was really interesting that we kind of all together as a group were like, well, let's just kill him and roll on with our story.
Well, yeah, he was a main party member for me. He was one of my main people.
Yeah.
Like I gave him most of my good armor and weapons through like 20 hours. But the game is so fantastic in its writing in the way that it encourages you to just roll with the punches and kind of accept the consequences and use that to contribute to the story. Jean-Luc, like you had mentioned, kind of like the fact that there are very few boundaries that you bump up against that kind of helps that experimentation. Did you find that was constant throughout your entire playthrough?
Oh yeah, I mean like that is like the way we've been playing the game is basically like we're gonna try and do the right thing, and then very quickly it doesn't go well, and then I don't think we've ever actually like rolled back a save as far as like
keep going with it.
Yeah, like we roll it back sometimes if it's like we die in combat, but never like a choice. We just kind of like live with it. We're like, well, I guess that guy's dead now, and we failed that quest, and that person's crying over there, and whatever.
It's so impressive how the game, rather than in a lot of role-playing games, recent like modern role-playing games, I feel like they're allowing me to influence the game and the story. But in this one, it's always impressive how the quality of the story and the game itself influences my decision-making. Like I will adapt and say, oh, well, maybe my character would do this. Like I did an undead character, and like early on, you could put a bucket on your head for a helmet, but it also covers up the fact that I'm undead, so people don't run and scream for me. And Rob, who sits next to me at work, saw me take it off. Like when the menu was up on my inventory, and I took it off, and in the background, you could see this little kid who was talking to me start sprinting away when he realizes that I'm an undead character. But from then on, my character became this like bumbling idiot, even though like he was pretty good throughout the game once I actually increased his stats for combat and whatnot. But I just kind of always saw my main character as the comic relief, and I played into that rather than trying to change that throughout the playthrough. And the writing itself on Larian Studios' part, Ben, is so fantastic with between dialogue and voice acting, like throughout the entire game. Would you agree with that too?
Oh, definitely. It's really impressive that, so I was talking about the difference in choices that you can have before. All of them are all voice acted out with like the same amount of quality throughout the entire thing.
Yeah.
You can play a Joker, you can play a weird person, and I also like how through the story, even though you're playing co-op, they kind of like there are these moments where they make you split off from your group, and you get told kind of like your personal story, and it kind of leads you in a separate way, even though you're supposed to be co-oping with these people, and to have it kind of like. It's a really interesting dynamic, and I don't want to get too into spoilery stuff, but it's kind of interesting, and you kind of get like this, like, oh, I learned a thing that my friends don't know, and I don't want to tell them because it'll change how they might perceive how I'm playing the game.
Yeah.
So like, as we're playing, there's weird things that I'm doing, and Jean-Luc doesn't know why I'm doing them because I choose to kind of keep it to my character.
Yeah, Jake Decker had texted me. He's like, dude, I'm 5 hours in and my main character's been in jail this whole time, and I'm using my other 3. I don't know how to break him out. And I think finally he got a power that allowed him to kill somebody to get a key, or maybe he just developed lock-picking skills enough to break out his cohort. But that was kind of a constant throughout my game as well. I was splitting up and like finding that characters would adapt to situations differently. There's the elf Sabine, however you say her name, and then the Red Prince both had beef with this one other lizard. He's kind of like a dream walker. He can see, like he can use people's dreams or memories to like kind of tell their future or something. Like he's clairvoyant, and Sabine wanted to kill him, but I didn't realize it at first. So you have a choice to let her go speak to him alone. So at that point, I'm like, okay, I don't know whether to trust her, but I'll let her go talk to him. And the next thing I know, she killed him. And then the Red Prince is like, what the fuck? I don't like that. I needed that guy for like to tell me what my destiny was. But it's really funny how everything just interweaves. But then of course we haven't even talked about like the combat of the game, which in itself is very deep and complex. If you played Divinity Original Sin, the first one on Xbox One after it was ported from PC, even like it's the amount of options there kind of reflects the dynamics of the conversation and the story, because between elemental things, just like weird things, like if you're in a pool of blood, you can electrify it, which of course like I wouldn't do in real world.
Yeah, who would think to do
runs
that?
across puddles of blood to begin with.
Yeah,
but
We live in San Francisco.
yeah, I guess so. But Jean-Luc, when you were playing the combat in this game, did you find that there were like just as many options to experiment?
Oh yeah, I mean, and so as an archer, I have this ability called elemental arrows, where I can take anything that's an elemental on the ground around me and turn my arrows into that.
Do you have to be standing in it, or just
no,
near it?
just near it.
Oh,
So
cool.
it's within like 5-6 feet. So I can take that like electric blood and then apply that to my arrows, and now I have like arrows that do like bleeding damage and shock damage. And
So you could have like a teammate electrify the blood, and then you get the electricity from the blood.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you know, there's like tactics you don't even think of, like, okay, there's fire, we can get rid of the fire, but then when you get rid of the fire with like a rain spell, it creates steam, which actually creates like good cover. So it's like, okay, people can't really like shoot through it, and you can hide in it, or use it as a way to like flank an enemy. And so yeah, like a lot of it's just like experimentation and bouncing off of each other. We were doing some really good combos yesterday.
Yeah. We were in a really volatile situation where there was just a bunch of oil, and of course, when you see oil, you're like, I'm gonna set it on fire. It was a very bad idea. Don't recommend it. But we were being really tactical about our choices and stuff, and we're like, oh, let's put out the fire because it's everywhere now and we can't get anywhere. But wait, if we do that, it'll create steam. We'll not have a line of sight on anything anymore to actually hit it.
Yeah.
And it's kind of cool to think about that type of stuff. And even in the clip we were just showing, like outside of the elemental effects, again, being really excited about telepathy, I actually moved a fire barrel next to what we were going to fight while I was like hidden inside of a bush.
Yeah, you can prepare for the fights too.
And then Jean-Luc like shot it and set it on fire, and then the alligator was on fire, and it was a good way to start off the fight.
Yeah, you can set up.
Before.
Yeah, you can set up ambushes and whatnot, because like unlike many turn-based games, or I mean, I guess this goes back to many computer RPGs. You know, like you don't go to a separate screen for the fight. It's actually just takes place on the same part of the map that you were just walking up to. So you can set up ambushes once you start to see how the system works, and you can have like your archer up here on the dock if you're watching this, around that wooden scaffolding. Then you can have your rogue kind of waiting to dash in at the last second to get the last kill. But it's just it's amazing that in a game like this, the combat is just as deep as the story and the dialogue, or vice versa. It's amazing that the dialogue is as dynamic as the combat. It's fantastic to see. But Jean-Luc, like after you're looking back at this game throughout the months since it's released, what is it that really stuck with you? What is it that keeps you playing this game?
For me, it's definitely playing it with Ben. Like Ben and my brother been playing it with them, and just like having something every weekend to just like sit down and we'll play for a couple hours and have like this shared experience of like weird stories is just like it is that D&D type experience. But then you have you know, like this, by being a computer game, it's much more accessible. Like you can have like this visual element to it. I mean, we didn't even talk about it, but the game actually has like a D&D mode.
Yeah, go for it.
Which is really cool. I got to check it out before the game came out, and that is the actual, like, basically they created like a full-on, like, if you just want to play a D&D campaign, you can do that, where you can like set up a bunch of scenarios and maps, and you can kind of create your own. Like the game has a really good mod tool with like Steam Workshop. But then as the dungeon master, you have the ability to like at any point say like, oh, I'll pause it and I'll move these characters around, and sort of they just give you like a really good tool set to like let the other players like use their imagination. And that's probably a little bit more hardcore. Like trying to get that together is a little bit more complex than just let's play the main campaign together. But the fact that they have that as an option, I think, is like the coolest thing.
Ben Janka, what about you? What has this stuck with you about this game throughout the months since it came out?
It's the stories. I loved coming into the office and telling people about like, oh, I had this really cool moment where another one of my favorite ones that happened kind of midway through playing one of my own games. When I was playing as the Beast, he's like a pirate and he's supposed to be kind of like rough around the edges and kind of cool like that. So he walked up to this guy who was really sad because he's like, oh, my son died trying to defend our town from these bandits outside, and his weapon's broken and it's useless now and I can't bring myself to fix it. So I had a character moment specifically for the Beast where he could grab the sword, kind of eye it a bit, and then he just like breaks on the edge of a table and he's like, look, it's serrated now. It'll do more damage than it did before. Get your stuff together and like go fight. And he's like, oh, I'm really happy now. I'm gonna go fight all these dudes and avenge my son. And I was like, that's great.
Yeah.
And this was completely aside from like Jean-Luc and his brother were off doing something completely different, and I got to have that like moment even aside from everything else we were doing.
Yeah.
It's just, I love all the stories that you can kind of run into and share with people.
Yeah, the amount of experimentation and possibilities that this game allows for is pretty daunting, but like that's probably why it has such a lasting appeal. That is Divinity Original Sin 2, one of the 3 10 out of 10s on the GameSpot scale this year, which means it's essential, which means you should definitely try it out, no matter who you are. And it is number 5 on our top 10 of the year list. So in a year of unreal releases, this was, in the GameSpot staff's opinion, one of the best of the best. Just to reiterate, every weekday leading up till Wednesday, so tomorrow and then Wednesday at 10 a.m. Pacific, we will be announcing tomorrow our number 4 game, and then Wednesday we'll have a mega stream where we're pretty much going 3, 2, 1 right in a row, all in one stream. It'll go about an hour and a half, 2 hours. We're not completely sure yet, but please join us. And then if you're watching this live now, we are about to live stream Divinity Original Sin 2. But if you're watching this on YouTube or GameSpot after the fact, go catch up with all those games. If you have time, go maybe play What Remains of Edith Finch, which got our number 9. You could do that in a sitting, or Hellblade in 2 sittings, or finish off Horizon Zero Dawn or Wolfenstein 2, and then come back and join us tomorrow or Wednesday or whenever it may be. Thanks for joining. But if you're still watching this live, we're about to play Divinity Original Sin 2 right now. So this is the campaign you guys were talking about, or it's a save from that campaign. But Jean-Luc, you're going to be playing it single player.
Yeah. Hey, Peter, do you want to bump up the volume for us?
I would love to, Jean-Luc.
Oh, yeah.
So this is, you guys said about 20 hours into
It's
the
about
game?
20 hours in. We're in the second act here. Okay. It's real big. Right now we're in a graveyard.
So after you've escaped Fort Joy and gone through the swamps, and then this is the next area, or is there like another one between there that I'm not remembering? Oh, it's, just as a spoiler alert, I don't think we'll touch on any major plot points, but I guess if you want to go into the game not knowing where you might go in the world or what kind of powers you might get, I guess this is
so
technically
after
a
Fort
spoiler
Joy,
warning.
this is like the next big area. But this is like way bigger than Fort Joy. There's so much to do.
Oh, I thought that was Fort Joy off to the west. So this is just a whole new. Okay, cool.
It's like a whole different thing.
Reaper's Coast.
This is our playthrough that we've been playing. So I only know how to play one of these characters, so I might ask Ben for some help.
It's all right. I've played a wizard a bit, so I might be able to help you there, and I've been playing my guy. So
you can take a co-op game and play it on your own?
You
can.
can.
You can jump in, jump out of single-player campaigns too as co-op.
Yeah,
right?
although there is some. I want to say there were some weird limitations where like it knows that it's a that's like meant to be a player character, so it doesn't behave. Like I don't think you can have the like the dialogue stuff with them that you would have if you were playing a single player, like companion dialogue.
Right.
What? Oh.
Yo, there's a dude inside that
All
grassy
right,
pile.
I've never done this before.
So this is a great example of how random things can happen.
No, you don't want any funny business. Can amnesia as well?
I can say with confidence who I am now, at least. A thinker. The likes of which you've never known and never will.
He sounds like a cool dude. I'm gonna say dig him up.
No funny business though.
Nothing funny about me.
Well, let's agree to disagree.
Okay, so
burn him.
Who do we got? Who is it?
See, like in this game, this could be a whole new playable character, and you would have.
Yeah, like
but, you wouldn't know. Even like the narration, that dialogue is amazing.
I love the
really
narrator.
Funny.
He's so good.
This game is very, very funny, which we didn't touch on, but that is worth noting.
Except, you know, The wisdom of the ages.
Oh shoot, dude.
He pokes a finger against his ossified head.
Hit me with that knowledge.
I'm a bit of a philosopher, you see.
You dug up a philosopher. Crispin the philosopher.
Oh, but I don't just go around giving knowledge away like a common medium.
Well, then why'd we dig you up?
Then straightens his spine with a clatter.
A soul bond will settle it. A battle of wits.
What?
Then the cosmos itself will decide who can better.
I have no idea where this is gonna go.
our own essence, me or you. But I'm sure you'll be just fine.
This could go for it.
I'm gonna. Yeah, my character's a little bit of a show off.
Go for it.
Just touch this.
What? You're a human or a rogue?
He's actually playing Losa
Yeah,
as
I'm playing-
an origin character.
Oh, you did one of the.
Yeah, we all
presets.
picked the origin characters because we just kind of wanted to experience that like extra bit of story stuff you get.
You reach for the rib in question, but nothing feels different. Not until you try to pull your finger away and it remains glued to the bone.
You're stuck to the skeleton now.
First up, our purpose in life. I say it's to accumulate knowledge.
All right, we're just starting the stream with a battle of wits.
Can you do better than that?
His jaws clack together in a show of self-assurance.
Jester. Why do you have a jester option? Do you have your humor? Or,
Yeah, my character's
She's an actual Joker
Yeah.
type of.
funny and cheap. All right,
I
so
like that answer.
Yeah, I'm gonna try doing this.
Passes through the skeleton's body from toe to head, then back again.
The cosmos
Shivering.
agrees with you. Could it be I don't know my own meaning?
Oh shoot! You're making this skeleton get really existential.
No matter. Sure.
How are you not existential if you're a skeleton?
Yeah, I feel like that's a thing you need.
Is there such thing as free will? I say no. The gods guide our every move.
I'm also a mystic,
I dare
which is a weird combo.
Yeah, right.
Ooh, 3 is a good answer. That kind of encapsulates the game. It all comes back.
How could I have been so simple?
You're just making this guy feel stupid.
My goodness.
Now I see what you mean.
He's
about your
popping out of the
character showing
ground.
off.
He was really excited
I
about
don't
this.
know this origin character that you're playing. I don't think I've met her yet. Or
So
have
she's-
I? Was she on the ship at the beginning?
She was on the
Yeah,
ship.
she's on the ship. You might have missed her.
Her whole thing is like she's a wandering minstrel who has like a Lovecraftian being stuck inside of her head or something.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. She's the one
Right.
that, like, can it take over during combat sometimes too?
Certain story
Yeah.
beats I've had it where it like I ended up having to like fight a bunch of people and they had to fight me. That was a bad scene,
Yeah.
but it was really cool.
Only action and consequence. Oh, I got you there.
Moral, immoral. It's not so easily defined.
Wait, take your finger. He has your finger?
So you touched his rib, I
Like
guess,
you
and that's
do.
how he's like locking you into the
Yeah,
question
like now I can't.
question zone.
Oh.
Inner doubt rips through your mind, soul, and body. The pressure.
It's an organ that most of us don't have. Questions of.
Such a tick.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh!
He blew you up! You didn't
Whoa!
answer the question right!
Get wrecked.
Oh snap! Do we have any heals?
Game
I'm sure I have. I've got to have some
perma wipes your
resolutions
face.
up.
Got one. All right,
there you
let's.
go.
Is that a donut down there?
You just come running back up to him. Hey, I want to read it.
Let's do this again. Hold on.
all
Get
right,
the
we're
run
gonna-
back.
Grass thing again.
let's leave then.
Get back in that vial.
I'm done with you. Go away. We can kill him, or can you kill him?
I don't know.
Oh, there's some good dogs around here you could talk to.
There are. This graveyard's real creepy.
It's got some cool stuff.
One thing I should activate is the spirit vision. So you get this ability where you can communicate with spirits, including people you recently killed in combat, which is fun because they get real mad that you murdered them.
There's a lizard wizard right in front of you.
It's hard not to feel some pride in reptilian engineering.
I get that feel.
myself spent hours trying to force his way into a lizard's chest. Eventually, he threw it in.
Quick backstory about elves, so people aren't confused. Elves can are cannibals essentially in this game? Or they eat other people parts of other people to get their memories?
Yeah. So you can like learn abilities and stuff by eating someone's leg.
I pity the
So naturally, you just go right for the chest, which is where most memories are stored.
Although I think she might be talking about an actual chest because there is an actual like chest up there.
Oh.
I could be wrong though. I don't know. So
you might be right.
I can consume her spirit if I want.
You're already full up on source. That's
I have no reason to do it either.
That's a dick move.
Source, you have two. Are those the two blue things under your health?
Yeah,
two
they're
charges.
source points, which you can use for special abilities, and it'll take up a chunk. And you can get it back by finding either source pools, or you can like consume.
Did I tell you guys I took 10 hours to finally remove my collar in this game?
Really?
Yeah.
Also, it was actually a cool thing that I discovered during our playthrough, but I won the arena event in Fort Joy, and they took mine off like in the first 5 hours.
That's how you get it taken off, winning the arena event?
So
There's
someone's
that
like,
other person that knows how they work.
oh man. Yeah, there's like a person who's like, oh, you're the arena champion. I'm going to take your collar off for you. Just don't get seen by the guards.
Yeah.
And then I got seen by the guards, and then we had to do a whole bunch of murders.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're trying to get to. We're trying to find this object for this guy.
I've been there.
Yeah, classic video game setup. Okay, we need to find the key.
So weird thing for the
it.
skeleton to say.
Do you remember where we found that key? Somewhere in here. I'm just trying to remember.
I think it was inside of one of the things.
Oh,
like
you know,
around this way.
I
remember like a few years ago when every RPG had that fetch quest that was making fun of fetch quests.
Yeah.
As if that was the end of fetch quests, and now.
And
But
we're still
seriously,
here.
go fetch that thing,
Yeah.
even though we joked about it.
I think there's something that happens over here. You gotta find that dog.
That's the dude. Yeah, this. Oh my gosh, there's like so much. Oh, here.
I think
remember,
you
yeah,
picked the lock right over
it's
there.
over
Yeah.
here. Oh, this fight.
Yeah. You should do this one. This is a good one.
I remember
Wow
this.
us.
All right.
Oh, there's the good
Yeah.
boy.
Oh, do you have the pet, the animal speak language?
I picked it up on my
yeah,
guy.
I need to
There you
switch
go.
to this guy.
The dog growls and bares its teeth at you in a wide, unsettling grin.
It's worth noting, for those who don't know, that ex-reviews editor Kevin Van Ord played a big part in writing this game, specifically the dwarf character.
Oh, really?
really?
Yeah.
He's really good.
He's
I
good,
like that
he's
dwarf
well
boy.
written.
You hear that, Kevin?
He sniffs. He snarls.
This dwarf character?
Yeah. The beast, I believe, is his.
One of my playthroughs, I made it. And I say playthrough, but I got about 20 hours in, but I was only in the swamps with my undead. But then I played a dwarf. I didn't do any origin characters, and dwarves are pretty funny in this.
They are. It's true. I like them.
You see the ground behind him momentarily churn and tremble.
Uh-oh.
Not one step further. I know what you want, but Can has already laid claim to it.
Press for information.
Yeah.
Enough farce. Right.
Because he's a dog, does that mean he peed on it?
You know, anything's possible.
Keeping it classy.
Are you starting a fight?
Yeah. I mean, I think no matter what it comes to fight.
Yeah. He's making the ground shake beneath our feet.
I remember the first time we
dog's
did this,
kinda
we like
takes
weren't
himself
taking him,
seriously.
we weren't taking the dog seriously.
Yeah, the dog is very serious in that you'll see that he's just summoned a giant bone golem. But that's fine.
Okay, well,
So we're right on top of him. That's good.
oh, she's
Sybil's
already dead.
living up to what she usually does. She's taking a lot of damage.
I might have not.
Is everything okay in the kitchen? Sparky's just summoning bone golems again. He does that.
You know.
Okay, well let's.
Christmas is gonna be really weird this year.
Yeah, Zach.
God, this would be a really fun thing to do Christmas morning. Just settle in and play a bunch of Divinity.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
I have friends back. I go home Thursday morning, I think, and my friends back home who want to play this. Well, they've been playing it, but I haven't played much co-op, and they want to.
That's it. Highly recommend playing co-op if you can.
Yeah.
I could get into this with my brother and my nephew.
Yeah.
My nephew needs a PC.
Also,
now I have to figure out how to play these characters.
even though on our playthrough we're doing mostly on like the normal difficulty, it's still kind of difficult. So like, if you want to just have a good time and like do some rad roleplay stuff and like make people laugh, there's no shame in playing on Explorer.
Right.
It's a good time.
Game takes on a new light.
Exactly.
A perfectly valid light.
Yeah, I like Explorer mode.
Same.
Maybe it was because I didn't take my collar off, so I couldn't use Source for 10 hours. Maybe that's why I found it hard.
Let's see.
Just gonna throw some rocks down. There you go.
Yeah, get him with them rocks. He is a lot. of everything.
It's okay. He's got oil underneath him now. Just set him on fire.
Oh, good call.
So yeah, he's got most characters have magic. Well, not most characters, but many characters have magic
Okay.
defense.
How do I?
All right. So do you want to like? Do you want to go like an all-in kind of thing?
Yeah, give me an all-in on this.
All right.
dog.
So what you want to do is you want to hit that
backstab.
that little like purple icon, third one from the right.
Over a few more to your right.
There you go. That one. Hit that.
Okay.
It'll boost your damage.
All right.
Then you want to hit its 3.
Okay.
I believe, and then you pick the thing you want to teleport behind.
Yep.
You're gonna
backstab.
Okay.
backstab.
Get some backstabs.
You follow it up with a 2.
Okay.
Where you throw your daggers, even though they're right next to it. It's a good
Got
amount of
it.
damage. And then if you want to, rupture with 4.
Yes. Yes, I do.
There you go.
Yeah, there
Ruptured
we go.
tendons. That sounds awful.
It's real bad. So the
I've
good
done
like
that before.
1-2 combo is you rupture tendons and then you turn them into a chicken. Because being a chicken forces you to walk around, and rupture tendons makes it so it hurts whenever you walk.
Ooh, I never considered that. Well, I don't have ruptured tendons, but I do the chicken
also play
thing.
Beast, so you might have to give me some.
Oh
tips on him.
yeah, charge into something. 3.
3. Okay.
When in doubt, charge.
I'm gonna just try and kill the dog.
There you
because
go.
If I recall, killing the dog just is gonna
Oh jeez.
solve our problems.
Oh boy.
That bone golem just said no. Knocks you right down.
Wet.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, then he summons a couple of skeleton boys.
Oh man.
Damn.
And there she goes.
Yeah, that's totally par for the course for Sybil though.
Yeah, that's classic Sybil.
That's Sybil?
Yeah.
She looks.
Yeah.
So you can customize them, and I made her look different.
Yeah, later on you get a mirror that lets you like respec and change your appearance. You can just change all their appearances.
See, that's the other thing.
Cool.
If you're afraid of where you've gotten with your character stat-wise, you can completely re-roll them when you get to the second act, which is definitely good.
No.
I almost never respec characters in any RPG. Like almost never.
You're one of those guys, ride or die. You kind of
Yeah, but I
stick with
also
what you
like.
got.
I need to be there the whole process to like understand their build. I can't just like make the build and then 5 minutes later get into a fight with it.
That's totally legitimate.
I mean, I get why people do it very like often.
Yeah, I think it's more like a. Oh no, I didn't realize that wands were considered one-handed weapons, so I should put all my stuff into wands instead of.
Oh no.
My character has dual-wielding poison wands.
Oh boy.
It's a good way to do it.
Oh boy.
Except for in here. The poisons are a not good thing when you're in here.
Okay, where's that teleport spell?
Well, also because my I have 2 undead characters. My main character and then what's that undead character's name? Fane. So Fane has the dual-wielding poison wand, so they're also healing sticks for my undead character because poison heals undead.
Yeah. So you just did a real smart thing.
Classic strategy we like to use is we like to teleport enemies really far away, and so we just teleported him behind this gate. So he's gonna have to go like all the way around, which is gonna give us at least like 2 turns without him in the picture.
That'd be funny if he just casually opened the doors. Like,
you know I live here, right?
Shoot, the last time we teleported someone, it was the dog.
Well, that's why I did not teleport the dog, because that was a mistake.
Yeah.
Ew.
Some real gross sounds.
What is that slug thing under the dead spirit?
What? Oh.
It's a classic goop monster.
Yeah. Oh, bloated corpse. You can use it's a necromancer spell where you can turn a corpse into like a moving thing, and then it'll like explode.
Okay.
Real gross. Okay. I need to deal with this dog. I wish I knew any of these.
A laser ray is always
spells.
a good
Also,
call.
we're not doing hot here.
Dude, can you do the laser, or is that?
I can do the laser.
Hey, yo, hit him with the laser.
It's a cool spell. Ooh. Probably not the best thing to use in that situation.
But it's really cool, though.
You guys spoke so highly of it before we started the stream.
Oh!
Yeah.
Shit!
I was just saying,
never mind!
We teleported the dog, and the dog doesn't have hands. So the golem has hands, and he might be able to open the gate.
He's also twice the size of the door.
Well, that...
You really thought you could stop me?
Oh, boy. I'll just say this fight is not going very well.
No, this is
the trend for most of our
Yeah, I was gonna say, Jake went into some of the hardest fights in Horizon during our stream.
Oh yeah, that was a fun time to watch.
Oh.
Yeah. And then
like
he
half
was
the show
gravitating
just-
towards the river anytime he was near it. He's doing well. He almost killed the T-Rex at the end after killing some of those larger pterodactyls.
All right, I'm just
Yeah.
gonna go ahead and load this.
Yeah, that's fine. That's a-okay.
Well,
Well, that was a bad time. There's a lot of fire in that picture.
yeah, that was last night.
Did you play this last night?
Yeah,
Yeah, we were playing some yesterday.
it was a rough time.
You guys should live stream because I would like to just watch you guys play.
Yeah, I'm in.
that'd be pretty
Sign
good,
me up.
actually.
Let's do it.
I will need your
a-
email credentials and your Twitch account.
You
And your
got it.
password for both.
Your,
Yes.
let's send you my social security by the end of the day.
I already got that.
Oh,
Good.
nice.
Yeah, we're good.
Perfect.
The only problem is it could be. This game is a lot of waiting, especially when you're playing co-op, where you're just like waiting for that one person to be like, "What spell do I want? Do I want this one?
That's where
Do I
the
want
real
that
great
one?"
banter comes into play, though.
Yeah.
That's when you get
Or
the
you go to
timer out of the.
bathroom.
That's when I put on a silly hat.
What game is it that has timers? What are you blinking at?
I don't know what you mean.
Like what board game has a timer?
I'm
You
gonna
get a
switch
timer
over
on the board, you
Explorer.
put it up to your mic, like time's up, Ben. Use your fucking
You
spell.
gotta pick a thing or you gotta end your turn. Get out of here.
Yeah, what is that one that has the timer?
The hourglass from
I know what you're
Sorry.
talking about.
No, Sorry doesn't have
I'm
timer.
sorry.
Sorry
Yahtzee.
with timers would be a heck of a thing. Connect 4, I think, is what you're thinking.
You should just get a D&D die, the 20-sided one.
And actually have it,
Dodecahedron.
assign each one of your
And then
skills to it.
roll
And you just
that,
have
yeah.
to pick it that way.
Shit.
Put D&D
I
inside
have to
your
use a
D&D.
resurrection scroll. No one's dead.
I can't do it.
Have we already done the thing with Gareth yet
Probably not.
in this?
I don't think so.
They should make a game that you can like literally roll a die under camera and it'll like pick up the dots and
And
like
tell you what
factor
it
that
is?
in.
Ooh.
That would be cool.
That'd be cool.
All right, that's my next career move. Invent that.
No one who's watching steal this.
Wait, we're live streaming?
Oh no!
Yeah, I can't be bothered to try to figure
There's a
out.
lot in that book.
There's a lot in that book.
What are those possible quests?
Quest, it was closed quest, it was finished ones.
There's no shame if you want to bump it down too. I'm just,
I already did.
Oh, you already
Don't-
did.
Don't worry. No-
Fantastic.
No shame here.
A+.
I was trying to do it without people noticing, Ben.
Where'd you totally bumped it up. It's good to go.
Yeah,
So we're
let's-
playing on
let's
the
go talk to
highest
this guy.
difficulty now. I'm kidding, we're not.
If we die, it deletes our save.
But yeah, if you are interested in trying this game out, or if you've played a lot of it, Dave Jewett did a good video on like why it made him fall back in love with old school RPGs. I think he spent something like 15 hours in the first area, which does not surprise me.
boat?
Or sorry, like in Fort Joy,
Off of the boat.
the place you go right after the intro.
All right, I'm gonna
First
lick
act.
this door.
Lick that door.
It's usually what happens when I
an
lick
eagle.
things.
It's the most patriotic thing.
You guys see that hawk on the way to work? I don't know if you guys walk down 2nd Street. I was walking down, and there's a crowd of people on the corner making a circle, and I look, and there's just a hawk just sitting on the
On the sidewalk?
on the sidewalk, and there's just a bunch of people crowding around taking photos of it.
It's probably injured. That's real bad.
Yeah.
Oh
They should
jeez.
leave that thing alone. There's actually hawks in the like Nob Hill Tenderloin area.
It didn't seem. I don't know. So I didn't look at it too long, but it was standing up and it was just kind of looking around. It didn't look like it
imagine, like,
was.
Is it a street performer?
Hurt.
I imagine a predator like that wouldn't just chill down there for
It's just a street hawk.
For loose change.
Shoulda known.
street hawks.
But no one was like touching
Psychos.
it or anything, which was good. But it was still
Yeah,
like.
but still like. "Oh, snap,
Yeah,
snap, snap."
yeah, right. And
Oh, you did
it
it.
just kind of looked like it was chilling though. I don't know. You're right. It probably was injured.
Got to that cannabis dispensary real early this morning.
So this is a good time to mention too. One of my favorite things about this
Got
game is
greedy.
The music.
the music.
The music's real good.
So they do like a Banjo-Kazooie kind of thing where most of the music is the same theme, just played differently to kind of accompany wherever you are.
Banjo-Tooie did that as well.
It's-
Better.
I don't think so. I think you might be confused. Oh, there's a ghost there!
Yeah. So there's like this piano that plays, but
What
turns out
spell
there's a spirit.
did you just cast?
It's called
Sea spirits.
Reveal
Yeah.
piano player.
Find the piano player.
Spook me with ghosts.
Did we talk to this person?
No.
Oh, jeez.
I only learned about this later.
Oh. Direct them.
Ooh.
Tell her to play All Star by Smash Mouth.
Lead me to a land of fairy tales.
Yo, you take requests?
You know, we could. There's mods in this game. We could mod it. So
Oh
it's
my god!
Banjo.
Every theme is just a different weird version of All-Star?
version of All-Star.
Instead of the Divinity theme?
Somebody was playing Smash Mouth very loudly through their car at like 11 o'clock.
Look,
last
I'm
night.
sorry.
Hilarious.
Sometimes I just like to joyride around San Francisco and blast All-Star.
Live your best life, dude.
All right. Can we like steal anything here?
Oh,
everything.
yes.
We can steal all the things.
The composer for Banjo, Grant Kirkhope, did like most Rare games.
Well, David Wise was the other.
I was gonna
half
say
of
David
Rare's
Wise,
name.
right? Yeah.
He's the legendary one.
That Donkey Kong
Donkey
business,
Kong.
yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's a ghost
is that
moose.
A ghost moose?
Go touch on that ghost moose.
Yo, what up, ghost moose?
I don't know what they sound like.
That's a good moose noise.
I tried.
Huh?
Oh.
Don't eat.
Whoa!
What is this?
Well, let's switch
You
to
switch to
like
the beast.
Texa, don't.
He's in heat.
We didn't
Stay
see,
away.
We did not see any
we
of
didn't
this,
see
by
any
the
of
way.
this stuff. Like, we walked into here, talked to the guy, and he gave us a job, and then we left.
Yeah.
So take care of this deer for me? Or this moose? No, that's a deer.
The answer lies at a halo of wildflowers. Seek it out.
Just to eat him.
Heed the wisdom that poachers not.
Oh, yeah, just...
Can you
Okay.
always consume the source, or is that something you unlocked?
No, that's always something you can
It's a
do.
thing that happens after a story point.
Yeah. We also have Source of Vampirism, so you can steal it from a living character, which is really funny because you can just steal it from your party members.
Yeah.
And then just revive them right after?
No, you took their source point. They don't have it anymore.
Oh. I thought you consumed them as well.
No, you can fight each other.
Gonna sneak downstairs?
Yeah, let's see what's going on down here.
All right. Because we held off on doing this before, didn't we?
Damn dank. Wait.
Oh, it's so dank in this basement.
Dank. That hawk was dank this morning on
Should
Second
look out for
Street.
that dinosaur down there.
Whoa, Betty?
Betty! We'll talk to Betty. What's going on?
Slowly. It looks down. Slowly.
The fuck do you want?
Console that turtle!
Oh, I'm so
Love
sorry,
sick for
Turtle.
this.
Kiss that turtle on the lips.
That is very in his character.
So I've smooched like 3 spiders in our playthrough. It's been a real rough time for him.
There's that witch you run into kind of early in the game who like seduces people, and most
Yeah.
of the dialogue options like
Fell right into it.
Yeah, he fell
Well,
right
yeah,
for
because
it.
most like 3 out of 4 options every time are pretty much giving in, and then like the last one is resist as hard as you can, but then it still kind of happens.
Oh, I gave in right away.
Yeah.
I was like, "You're offering smooches, I'm down." And then she made me really sick.
He's too smoochable.
He's so smoochable.
Okay. This turtle's coming on to me. I hope I get an option to smooch the turtle.
All right.
No, we gotta see where this goes. We're not cutting this short.
So she's trying to hit
Oh, it's
on
a
that
rat she's attracted to.
Oh.
Tell her you like turtles.
No, yeah. The one.
Yeah,
Let's hook this up. What?
What?
Should we let her continue?
Yeah. Cheese juice.
What?
No, there's never.
Is cheese juice just milk?
Ugh, I don't know. It's really cheese juice is a very unpleasant thought, though. Who's her? The rat?
She's speaking in the third person about herself?
No, I was talking about the rat.
But no, she called the rat a he earlier, didn't she?
She wants you to cheese juice her up.
Oh, okay.
It takes a good minute for her.
Go talk to the
where's
rat.
this
All right,
rat?
this is great. We're gonna save here. I don't know. I found this
They're up in the area. You can see them on the map.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Up in the dungeon.
As a person who constantly looks
Rory.
for animals
Oh, hey, Rory.
to talk to,
Rats are hard because they keep moving.
they're
You
very
have to-
small.
That's Betty's biggest problem.
Apple tater cheese.
What's taters? What's with all this cheese?
Oh wait, yeah.
Tell them to slow down.
Yeah.
The rat vacuums up your scent. Its
Oh.
whiskers twitch.
Okay, so it seems like
We have to give him food.
yeah, we want to give him some food here.
Check the inventory. I know I have food in my inventory. That or I have a
Opposites
fantastic.
attract. Third from the bottom.
Thank you. Sorry.
I have a fantastic collection of expensive wines.
So you
in
gotta
my
give
bag.
him cheese, I would assume.
Yeah, let's see what we got here.
Give him one of everything.
Sorry, the
Some
rat died.
stew, some pumpkin soup, potato, some ham. We got cheese bread.
Cheese bread's
Try
got
that.
cheese in it.
I guess. Do you have to drop it for him?
I don't know.
You just put it on the floor, yeah.
Whoop!
Thanks to
Holy shit!
Hey, you did it! Oh, it worked!
What?
But
Tail twists.
I just gave him some.
just give him
Give actual cheese.
more stuff. Just keep throwing it at him. Give him a whole watermelon.
Yeah, you have this watermelon.
The seeds are poisonous to rats. Does anybody have cheese in their inventory?
Oh,
We
he
ate
ate
that
it.
watermelon.
Maybe you have to get them to a certain.
What do you think, ham?
Can you give him the pie next?
Can you feed him another rat?
with you?
Where's the pie?
That's
Chunk of flesh?
up by the potato. Why do I have a chunk of flesh in my inventory? Who gave that to me?
Sicko.
Where's the There's no pie. What
Yeah.
are you talking about?
It's not.
That's
Yeah.
a pumpkin soup.
Oh, never mind.
Where'd the rat go? There he is.
Boop. Yo, he's into that.
Hey, look at Fane has a bunch of food too. Does anybody have cheese?
How can you be hungry?
It's got to be cheese. I'm telling you.
He's eating so much.
That was bread. That's not the same. That's cheap.
All right, what do I
See
have?
what
all
Fane
carbs.
has.
Got a bunch of beer.
Yeah.
That's. Yep. I'm waiting for you to accidentally drop it on him and kill him, cause that was real close.
Can you do that?
Oh yeah.
He does not want that beer.
You know, it's fine. You know, that's cool.
Well, some underwear, some panties.
Check Fane's inventory.
Feeding.
All right, well, I need those for later.
I'm really glad you stumbled into my collection that I have. That's
What about Sabille?
That's actually no. That's was that yours or was that mine?
that's mine.
Does Sabille have anything cheesy? Down one, a little more.
She's got some bread, some
bread.
Some fries.
some fries. That's pretty good.
Eat the fries, you.
Okay, we gave him.
You got. Do you have to like refill his health?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, yeah, his health's full
No,
now.
wait. So that's because I talked.
Uh,
Oh my gosh.
Why?
Okay, so this is a perfect opportunity then. We can go
Get
to
cheese.
Yeah. Let's go to the square here.
Who sells cheese in the market?
Yeah, let's find some people. Well, this guy sells
just buy a shit ton of it.
fish.
Just build a giant, like a cheese fort.
Who do you think sells cheese? Let's start with the fish dude, I guess.
The fish dude might have some food stuff.
No, just fish.
No.
What a cheapskate.
Can't believe this.
Maybe the tavern?
You can get some cheese at a tavern probably.
Yeah, let's go to the tavern over here.
Or worst case, just get into a fight in the tavern. We can listen to that awesome fight music.
We can do
No,
that.
I'm very concentrated on hooking that turtle and rat up.
Yeah. That's our goal.
It's a good goal.
Oh yeah.
Well, they're still knocked out from that drinking.
Contest you had.
Yeah.
Oh, that's your doing?
Yeah. They're like, I bet I could drink you under the table, you gross dwarf. And I was like, try me.
We've only got amber ale, I'm afraid. Can't spare the potatoes for hard alcohol. If you'd like something that'll stick to your ribs.
Beef stew, shell, dinner, grapes.
Didn't the turtle mention a few other foods that he
Yeah,
likes?
like berries or something, I want to say.
You can buy some
carrots.
grapes.
Oh yeah, carrots.
Berries.
They said juice too.
Juice,
Yeah.
wine, bottle of beer,
Is there like a juicer? Can we find a juicer anywhere?
there's lemonade.
Lemonade's pretty good. Oh, the whistles though.
That was an 42 gold for a lemonade.
It's hard times in Rivellon now.
All right.
Someone's got to have cheese in Driftwood.
Yeah. Who would sell some cheese?
Do you have like a dedicated cheese peddler?
He just sells the books, right?
Yeah, it's a spell boy.
That guy just sells like
The cheese spell.
cheese spell.
A spell that just makes cheese fall.
Pretty good. Yeah, this place is all fish.
It is a port town. No cows to be seen.
Cheese.
Oh, there's a pumpkin in there.
There's a pumpkin. You try
God,
making
cheese juice is still stuck in my head.
Let's see here. Let's go to the recipes.
Oh, I like how it puts everyone's gold like there for you to see.
Yeah, it's nice. Food.
How do we craft some cheese?
All right. We might be out of luck and have to leave this on a cliffhanger.
Dang.
Well, at least you know you can hook up a turtle and
exactly
a rat. You want to do
we're definitely
anything
gonna
else?
do that.
Oh yeah, no, we're going back later on.
That'll be our night.
We can try another thing of combat.
Yeah, let's get into one quick and we'll call it a stream.
Would be a good place to go. Do you want to just do a bar fight?
Yeah, do a bar fight. Go
we'll
cause
go
a general ruckus.
Sure.
We don't have to actually like
win.
Yeah.
Because we won't.
Or maybe we will. You know, it's a bunch of drunk people in a bar.
You have an elf assassin, an undead necromancer, a dwarven warrior, and a possessed archer, and you can't win a bar fight?
Archer bard. My character's a famous singer. She's like Taylor Swift.
All three are fighting, and then she's just standing on the table narrating.
That guy's actually singing a song about my character.
Caught him with a left hook. Then he uppercut his jaw.
Well, that guy's warm.
Wait, you just want to start right here?
You can start it here. Yeah, I'm down.
Okay.
How do you start? Just like do a flame wave?
You hit your attack button. And,
you do that.
Whoa! And the man in the back said everyone attack.
Oh, this is that fight
All right,
theme.
so I got this charm arrow, which is one of the most useful arrows you can get.
Just
you
turn
can
them
charm
to your
people,
side?
it just turns them to your side.
For how long?
That's a turn, but I think you can boost them up.
Jeez! Leave some for the rest of us! We put peace of mind on him.
This guy's name is Stu. Oh, you're...
Stool?
Yeah, so if you really want to, you can go into a bar and kill a whole bunch of people and it has no effect on anything. You just continue on.
Well, it could have an effect if some of those people are attached to a quest.
True.
They're not important in here. Forget them.
Is he singing still? I learned that a heart is a glorious thing.
He is. He's singing about my character as I'm shooting him.
Yeah.
Oh,
what instrument did you pick for the playthrough?
So I think I picked the cello at first, but then I picked up a lute.
I was gonna say it sounds like a lute.
Having the lute in my inventory actually changed my song.
For those watching, if you haven't played, you can pick an instrument that like is your character's theme. I think I picked a lute as well. You can do a lute, a cello.
Okay.
So what else can you do? A mandolin kind of thing?
There's like two other instruments I've never heard of, and I'm pretty sure they're made up. But
that guy seems
they're probably like
big.
super.
Like a balalaika?
Something like that, yeah. Yeah.
I have a Boron at home. No, I'm serious. It's that handheld drum with a two-sided stick that you hit it with.
All right, that guy's dead.
Perfect. So when she wants to kill someone, she's real good at killing someone.
Absolutely. What do we got here? Crippling blow?
You'll pick up that table and throw it at someone.
How do I do that?
You just click on it and drag it, I think.
Oh no. Accidentally walked.
Attack that table!
Oh, jeez.
That's fine.
I messed up. Sorry.
It's okay.
That is the one thing. Is it's easy to like accidentally click the wrong thing, and you can't like undo that, which kind of sucks.
All right, this seems like probably a good spot to call it.
Sure,
in the middle
yeah.
of this fight.
I'm in.
All right, sweet. Well, thank you for everybody joining. Jean-Luc and Ben, thank you for showing us Divinity Original Sin 2, our number 5 game of 2017. A lot of fantastic games came out this year, but this was one of the best of the best. Again, it was a 10 out of 10 on GameSpot, which means you should go try it. A lot of us think it's a masterpiece on Larian Studios, part from Belgium. sequel to their already fantastic Divinity Original Sin from 3 years ago now at this point, and then it came to Xbox One the following year.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, tomorrow and Wednesday at 10 a.m. Pacific, we are going to be announcing, tomorrow's our number 4 game, and then Wednesday at 10 a.m. Pacific, we're going to start a longer stream where we announce 3, 2, 1 in the same stream. Thank you so much for joining us today. You can go catch up on other Game of the Year stuff if you haven't for our 10 through 6 games, and hopefully catch up on these before we get to our number 4 tomorrow. But in the meantime, thank you so much for joining, and we'll see you then.